The recent selection of 7 different regional clean hydrogen hubs underscored many opportunities and challenges that are associated with creating this hydrogen economy. But the chief among them is how the end use is probably the least articulated part of the hub selection. Some of the hubs did not have specific end use that they target. Hi, I'm Jane Nakano, Senior Fellow for the Energy Security and Climate Change Program, and I'm here to talk about my recent commentary with Mathias Zacarias. The hydrogen hub selection sets off the dawn of U.S. hydrogen economy. Our commentary highlights some of the key challenges and opportunities that are arising from the recent selection of 7 different regional clean hydrogen hubs across the United States. On Friday, October 13th, the White House announced 7 hubs that were selected to start the negotiations with the Department of Energy as they try to expand hydrogen economy within the United States. There are many questions and also challenges that are highlighted in these documents, and we thought it would be helpful for both the policy community and also for industry and also environmental stakeholders to understand what are some of the opportunities and the directions and also the priorities that are reflected by the selection. So the selection of these hubs that stems from the bipartisan infrastructure law that passed Congress is a major step forward. Also, this is an $8 billion initiative that seeks to have a hydrogen economy. It seeks to cover the production, the midstream transportation, but then also the end use that will have very important implications for the nation's ability to meet some of its climate pledges. The selection underscored many opportunities and challenges that are associated with creating this hydrogen economy. But the chief among them is how the end use is probably the least articulated part of the hub selection. Some of the hubs did not have specific end use that they target. And also generally, none of these hubs had specific targeted end use demand volume associated. So what that tells us is that there is a continued role that the U.S. government should play to create the demand itself for clean energy hydrogen. That will also help create more visibility that the hydrogen producers need as they try to start looking into supplying clean hydrogen in the U.S. in the future. It was quite notable how much of an emphasis that the hydrogen hub selection had on the socioeconomic elements, especially the job creating jobs in the clean energy economy, and then bringing in together many of the communities that have been underserved, such as tribal communities, some of the farmers, coal communities, was certainly an important part of the selection process. As the Biden administration seeks to decarbonize the U.S. economy, hydrogen is gaining a lot of attention because it is one of the very few sources that could help decarbonize sectors that are hard to electrify. In that sense, how the hydrogen could be produced but then also could be applied has been a major focus of discussion, both from the policy but then also science and technology communities. To read the full commentary, The hydrogen hub selection sets off the dawn of U.S. hydrogen economy. Please visit CSIS.org.